Jonathan Pine doesn't look like a man who's losing. That's the trick. In The Night Manager Season 2, Pine is calm, capable, and deeply embedded, but psychologically, he's already in checkmate. Not because he's careless, not because he's weak, but because the game has changed in a way he hasn't. In Season 1, Pine survived by believing in a simple lie, that if he played the role well enough, if he stayed disciplined, if he endured long enough, the system would eventually reward him with justice. That belief kept him sharp. It gave him purpose. Season 2 quietly dismantles that belief. This time, Pine isn't infiltrating a monster from the outside. He's operating inside a machine that no longer needs him, and that's where the real danger begins. What makes Pine psychologically vulnerable isn't fear, it's exhaustion. He's no longer driven by righteous anger or moral urgency. He's driven by momentum. He keeps moving because stopping would force him to admit something terrifying, that the world he's fighting doesn't actually change when villains fall. Season 2 repeatedly shows Pine in conversations where he's listening more than speaking, reacting instead of steering. That's not accidental. It's the show telling us that Pine has lost narrative control. He's inside a structure that already anticipates his moves, one that understands his guilt, his savior complex, and his need to believe he still matters. And that's exactly how intelligence systems consume people like him. Pine's biggest flaw has always been his need to feel responsible for deaths, for failures, for collateral damage. Season 2 weaponizes that trait. His past doesn't just haunt him, it's used to pressure him, test him, and keep him compliant. The more valuable Pine becomes, the less agency he actually has. That's the core irony of his position. Unlike traditional spy heroes, Pine isn't rewarded for competence. He's punished with deeper entanglement. Every success tightens the net. Every moral compromise becomes permanent. He isn't being groomed for escape. He's being conditioned for usefulness. And the show makes this clear through silence. There are fewer speeches, fewer declarations of intent, more moments where Pine hesitates, not because he's afraid, but because he's calculating which version of himself he's allowed to be in that moment. That's not strategy, that's erosion. Season 2 reframes Pine not as a hunter, but as leverage. Other players aren't trying to kill him, they're trying to keep him alive just long enough to serve their interests. That's far more dangerous. Because in that position, death isn't the threat, irrelevance is. The most chilling idea The Night Manager Season 2 introduces is this: Pine can do everything right and still lose. Not dramatically, not explosively, but quietly, by becoming another invisible asset in a system that feeds on people who still believe in outcomes. Jonathan Pine is already losing because he's fighting for meaning in a world that runs on utility. And unless he finds a way to stop believing that sacrifice equals salvation, the system won't destroy him, it will keep him.